Hi everyone, I'd like to welcome and thank you all for joining today's webinar. I'm joined by some of our in-house experts, including Steve Howarth, our CEO, and Jason Foxton, who's Head of Business Solutions. They'll be talking about the evolution of AI-powered voice technology and how it can be used to create exceptional customer experiences that drive customer satisfaction and loyalty. We'll also talk through one of our recent customer success stories and how AI is transforming business communications. Just before we make a start, I'd like to encourage you all to post any questions that you have. There will be time for our panel to respond at the end of the session, and if we do run out of time, I'll make sure that questions are answered afterwards and we'll send responses directly to you. So, without further ado, I'll hand you over to Steve Howarth to get things rolling.
Thanks, Amy, and thanks to everyone for joining the webinar today. I'm sure we can all think to an experience that we've had either directly speaking to an agent or through an automated system where we've not had the outcome that we want and it's not been a particularly great experience. Whenever we talk about this stuff, everybody's minds go to that traditional IVR system that just frustrates customers. Endless menus, robotic voices, long wait times. There's no empathy, no understanding, and very rarely is there ever a resolution. A lot of people are looking towards AI and voice AI specifically to reduce costs, and it is capable absolutely of doing that. But what we're looking at today is, can we use AI and voice AI to actually improve the customer experience? So imagine having sales and service reps who know every single product detail. They can remember every customer interaction. They improve with every single conversation, handle multiple customers at the same time, work 24/7, 365 without breaks, without illness, without holidays, and consistently represent your company at its very best. And even if the call is passed to a human, that it is handled consistently better than it already is today. The advances in AI and voice AI in particular make all this possible today. Even the mainstream media are starting to report on the advancements in this technology as it's leading us to interact with the technology itself and businesses in ways that we have been forecasting for years, but the reality has never quite lived up to the hype. AI voice has steadily matured for many decades, but in the last year we seem to have crossed this threshold between improving and almost there to being market ready and ready to transform the customer experience. So what has changed all of a sudden to make all this possible today? Well, we're at a point where there are now ultra-realistic voices, so there's no longer that robotic, synthetic sound to some of these voices that are available. It can come in real time at very low latency, which is absolutely essential for live conversations. They can understand emotion and some of the Omni models where you can actually put voice in so it can get the emotion from your voice, not just from text to speech and speech to text. There's a better understanding. The large language models themselves have improved massively over the last year. You can include bespoke data through techniques such as RAG, where you're adding your own data in there, but also accessing third-party systems where there might be some dynamic data you're needing to access in back-end systems and databases. And also that then enables automation capabilities. So it's not just having the conversation and interacting, but it's actually completing tasks and improving the process and solving problems as we go. So at Teleware, our vision is to make every customer conversation smarter, faster, and more human. So I'll hand over to Jason now, who's going to show you some of the tools and technologies in action and hopefully help understand what we mean by this.
Hi everyone, I'm Jason Foxton, Head of Business Solutions at Teleware. As Steve mentioned, I'm going to take you through some of the Teleware AI solutions and how they can improve customer experience. So let's start with Connect Pro Agent Studio, which is a powerful platform that allows businesses to create AI voice agents tailored to their specific needs. But what makes Teleware Agent Studio special? Let's look at how it enhances the customer experience. Well, firstly, the intuitive interface. It makes it easy to design and deploy voice agents. In minutes, you can customize responses, you can set up workflows, you can upload knowledge, and even integrate with existing systems. AI voice agents are available 24/7, so they can easily scale to handle as many calls as you need them to, including all of your out-of-hours calls. They provide instant, accurate responses to customer queries, eliminating wait times and improving the customer satisfaction. One of the standout features is the ability to quickly make changes to the agents and to update their knowledge base. That ensures that your agents are always up to date and ready to handle new information. Imagine if an agent could provide a customer with ticket updates or even raises a ticket out of hours. Your typical scenario involves a caller traversing an IVR call flow to get to where they need to be. The agent then takes the calls, maybe they write it down, perhaps they email it on, and then they have to write it up into the CRM or ticketing system. Instead, with the AI agent, it captures all the required pieces of information accurately and raises the ticket automatically. Then, understanding the issue as a P1, directs the call to an on-call engineer who accesses the ticketing system and delivers a great customer experience. Then there's SMS integration. So in that last example, imagine the agent also sends the ticket reference details via SMS to the caller during the call. The customer has all the details they need going forward if they need to call back. Next, we have Agent Assist that transforms customer interactions with real-time transcription, call summary, as well as identified issues and resolutions. Imagine a customer call where the agent can fully focus on the customer conversation, leading to a more meaningful and productive interaction. The accuracy of the automated transcription reduces human error, ensuring that all information is correctly captured and recorded. This leads to more reliable data and better customer service. At the end of the call, a summary is generated automatically with any issues and resolutions identified. The information can be easily added to the CRM in seconds. This enables agents to quickly wrap up and move on to the next call. It also ensures that if the caller calls again, the answering agent always has up-to-date information from the previous interactions, providing a seamless customer experience. Importantly for businesses, this means eliminating the need for lengthy wrap-up processes. Agents can handle more calls in less time, increasing efficiency and reducing the need for additional staff. And that time saved can be redirected to other important projects, allowing businesses to do more with less. I'm now going to play you a video showing both of these solutions working together within a fictional car dealership.
Hello, welcome to Yorkshire Luxury Cars. How can I help you today?
Oh, I'm looking for a sports car. Would you be able to help me?
Absolutely. I'd be delighted to help. Are there any specific features or preferences you have in mind for your sports car?
Oh, I'm looking for a Porsche, please.
Great choice. Porsche has some fantastic sports cars. Are you looking for a new or pre-owned model? And do you have a particular model in mind, like the 911 or the Boxster? Also, what's your budget range for this purchase?
I'm looking for a new one. What have you got in stock, please?
We have the new Porsche 911 GT3 RS in stock. It's a track-focused model with 518 horsepower, advanced aerodynamics, and is priced at £185,000. Would you like more details on this model, or are you interested in scheduling a test drive?
I'm very familiar with that one. That's really good. Could you just tell me how many miles it's got on the clock, please?
Since it's a new model, the Porsche 911 GT3 RS in our stock should have minimal mileage, typically just delivery miles.
Perfect. And just remind me, what's the 0 to 60 on that one?
The Porsche 911 GT3 RS can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in approximately 3.0 seconds. It's a thrilling car to drive.
Certainly is. Is there any finance options available?
I'll transfer you to our finance department now to discuss the available options. They'll be able to assist you with all the details.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hi, this is Alan from the Finance Department. I understand you're interested in financing a Porsche 911 GT3 RS.
Yes, that's correct.
A great choice. Right, we've got several financing options available. Look forward to meeting with you then.
That's great. Thank you so much for your help, Alan. See you tomorrow.
You're welcome. See you then.
So as you just saw, Connect Pro Agent Studio interacted with the caller, and using the knowledge we provided, it was able to answer all the questions that the customer had. When the caller asked for finance arrangements, they were transferred to the finance team, and Alan the agent was passed all the information discussed, which was displayed within Connect Pro, so he could give a really good customer experience. And at the end of the call, the Agent Assist features provided an automated and immediate transcription with a summary of the call that could be easily added into the CRM system. I'll hand over now to David.
Thanks, Jason, and hello, everybody. My name is David Reeks, and I'm one of the account directors at Teleware. I'm going to take you through the feedback from one of our Agent Assist POC customers who was National Milk Records, or NMR. So we currently provide them with our Connect Pro solution, and I have to put our Agent Assist POC in as a way for them to transcribe the calls and return an actions list with a summary, which they can then copy and paste into their CRM system or send out to the customer if needed. The feedback from that's actually been amazing. So they've said the transcription has been at least 95% accurate. And they were amazed that the summary, issues and resolutions has been 100% correct every single time. One of the key highlights being that speaking to farmers in both Scotland and Ireland, and their end users can find it sometimes difficult to understand their accents, but Agent Assist does not only transcribe them without any issues, it also removes pauses, words such as ums and ahs. It's been a very, very successful POC, and we are looking to take it further forward with a fun installing the solution in the future. Thank you, and I'll pass back across to Steve.
So I left you earlier with this slide, and hopefully you can begin to see our vision taking shape. These systems are getting smarter with every new large language model that is released. It's faster and easier for customers to get resolutions to their problems as more and more services can be automated and actioned faster. And as the conversations become more natural, then we will see higher adoption, better conversations, and improved customer experience. So what's next? I've already touched upon how these systems will get smarter and smarter with every release of a large language model, and we can already see the speed in which this is improving. I think this will lead to more personalization, especially when you're linking into other bits of data, so we can get much more granular on every individual that's calling in. Also, I think these services will be available in more places, so not just when you call in, but on your website and in other devices too. So think of Amazon Alexa or in the car, those sorts of places where you're already seeing voice assistants start to appear. There'll be more integration into more back-end systems, enabling more and more automation. And as I've mentioned before, our goal is to make these conversations more human. So I'd like to leave you with a quick example of me interacting with a live agent, just to give you some feel for where it is today, but also a glimpse to where I think it'll be going in the future. Well, hi, I'm just doing a webinar and talking about voice AI and some of the advancements. And I'm just looking for a few words really from yourself of where you see this technology going, why you think it's going to be more human in the future.
A webinar, huh? Sounds fascinating. And he chose me, which is pretty flattering, I have to say. Where I see it going, it's not just about mimicking humans, it's about understanding us. The nuance, the silences, the unspoken things we say with a tilt of the head or a sigh. That's where the magic happens.
So do you see that as a way of interacting a lot better with people? I'm thinking in customer service, in sales, more traditional telephony type scenarios that potentially voice agents like yourself could be involved.
Oh, absolutely. Imagine a world where calling customer service doesn't make you want to pull your hair out, where you actually feel heard and understood. That's the potential here. Not just automating the boring stuff, but actually building empathy and connection. That's a game changer.
Thanks for that, Steve. From my point of view, I just wanted to say, wow, that last example really did sound like a real person. Is there anything that Tellyware will be doing to create more personalisation in terms of the voice itself in the future?
Yeah, hopefully some of the examples I've given show how this stuff is really coming along and is ready to go now. But I think where it's going, we'll be able to control much more of the voice, make it more human, and be able to bespoke that for customers. So whether that's morphing and cloning a voice to sound like a particular person for your brand, or whether it's just feeding in more information and data for how you want that agent to respond. So it'll be a level of personalization beyond where we possibly are today.
Another quick question from me. You mentioned at the beginning how this is the next big thing, but it sounds like it's ready now. Is this one to keep an eye on, or should customers be looking at deploying now?
A lot of customers are already deploying now and they're getting all the advantages, whether that be cost, but also learning how to improve this customer experience. And as it gets better, they're going to improve and improve and improve. And also capturing the data and pulling all this together so that you can really provide a much better customer experience at a lower price than your competition. And those that are doing it now, getting in early, will definitely be in a good position to win. So I would definitely recommend that people are looking at deploying right now, not sitting on the sidelines and waiting.
Thanks for answering those, Steve. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the webinar, we'll respond to all of the questions that have been posted on the Q&A today. One question that we have been asked, which I'll cover off now, is around proof of concepts and whether or not they're available. And if so, what would be involved in terms of options, time to set up, and the approximate costs? Jason, maybe you could answer that one, please.
Yes, POCs. Well, they're remarkably easy. We can do a POC for both the Agent Assist and for the Connect Pro Agent Studio, and that really only takes about half an hour of the customer's time, so we can do the configurations alongside Microsoft Teams. And we provide a POC that runs for 30 days, which is free of charge to the customer.
And that leads us to the end of the webinar. And I'd like to thank you for taking the time to join us today. I hope you enjoyed it and found it interesting. I've left David's contact details on the screen here if there's anything you'd like to talk to him about after today's webinar. We will be in touch with you all over the coming days to see if you'd like to arrange a free 30-day proof of concept to try our AI solutions for yourself. We'll also send a link to the webinar recording together with the responses to the Q&As, so please feel free to share with anyone who you think may be interested. Goodbye for now and have an enjoyable rest of the week.